lottery spot on this show. So if you are very brave or you want to pull a prank on your friend, you can put your name in that basket and we'll actually pull a name out and you'll get 3 to 5 minutes up here on stage. Yeah. Sir, you look like you might want to give it a try. Is that a hell no? Yeah, okay, that's a hell no. All right, I feel you. It could be pretty scary. But don't forget, you guys, name in the basket if you want to get up here. So I'm Maggie Hyde. I'm your host. Yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but this Wednesday night in particular, I am so glad to be here. I need a good laugh. And, you know, sometimes this room can really feel like an escape. What do you think? Is it an escape for you?
No.
No? Oh, gosh. Yeah. It's an escape for me because I'm a single mom. Yeah. And, you know, it's hard being a parent. You have to pretend to enjoy all the things your kids enjoy. Like kids' birthday parties, play dates, their father. But I do surprisingly well on dating apps, and I think it's because my profile says that I don't want kids. Then they find out it's because I have 4. I know 4 sounds like a lot, and it is, but I love being a mom. And you know what they say about having kids? It's a lot like making pancakes. First one's kind of fucked up. Probably should have thrown it away. As far as I know, it's still legal to laugh at that joke, you guys. But I think having kids is a lot more like eating pancakes. You always regret having your 4th one. In case you guys were wondering, none of my pancakes like that joke. And you know, when you have 4 kids, they always think you have a favorite, and that's ridiculous. I mean, I love all my children. I don't like any of them, but I love them all. And recently, my favorite son, Jackson, just moved back in with me. Yeah, he's here tonight. He's very brave. He moved in and he moved right into the front row. Yeah, he moved back in with me and it's been great because it's made it a lot easier for me to hit on his friends. Don't worry, he's in his 20s. They're all legal. Oh boy. But you know, it's been great him moving back in with me because you know what? He shares a lot with me, like now, you know? Like the other day that he told me that every girl he's ever been with has asked him to choke her. And I was shocked. And I told one of my girlfriends about it and she was like, well, did you tell him that was okay? And I was like, the choking part or the telling me about it part? Yeah. But you know what? Having an adult child live with you is a real role reversal. Because you know what? At some point when they were teenagers, I walked in on all of them either masturbating or having sex. But the other day, my son Jackson walked in on me and my boyfriend, and I was so embarrassed because my sex swing was on backwards. Yeah. That's what you get when you're one of those psychos who knocks while you're entering. You look like you might be one of those. Yeah, she's calling you out. But you know what? No one ever tells you when you give birth that you're actually giving birth to your biggest critic. And my kids critique dinner like they're Gordon Ramsay on Hell's Kitchen. They'll be like, that's crap, this sucks, and you look like shit. And that's just when we go to Nobu. Oh boy. But you know what? I try to teach by example and take the high road with my kids. Like the other day, my 14-year-old was like, you have a flat butt. And I was like, well, that may be true, but it's better than having a flat chest, nerd. But you know what? Oh my God, kids these days are so tech savvy. Instead of whining and begging like we did for things, now they make PowerPoints. And for my daughter's birthday, she sent me a PowerPoint of everything she wanted. And then she was like, would you guys join me in the conference room? And I'm like, Sadie, this is the garage. And she's like, it is now, but it could be a state-of-the-art gymnastics training room for just $5,000. So I bought her a jump rope and told her to go fuck herself. But you know what? what? Seriously, it's really hard having a teenage daughter, you know? I mean, it's like going back to middle school yourself. And she's having a really rough time. She's got mean girls bullying her. She fractured her wrist and can't do gymnastics. And her mom does stand-up. You know, and with the hormones and the injury and the bullying, you know, she's been eating a lot, you know, and gaining a lot of weight. And I gotta add a disclaimer to this story now. I was raised in the 80s and 90s when they didn't call it fat shaming, they called it parenting. Yeah, and my parents were very vocal about my weight. And you know what? I really don't want to be like my parents. But you know, I'm so afraid with this emotional eating that if she gains, that she's doing because of being bullied, that if she gains weight, they'll bully her more. So in order to protect her from being bullied at school, I've just started bullying her at home. I'm like, Sadie, I gave you that swirly because I love you. You know, overeating is so dangerous that I just wish she'd get interested in something else. I'm like, have you even tried vaping? You know? I've never been one of those like helicopter parents that does everything for my kids. Especially I've never done their homework. But recently my daughter had this really complicated homework assignment. She had to write a horror story with plot twists and all these characters. And I'm a writer, so I thought, you know, I'll help her just a little bit. And before I knew it, we got a 99 out of 100. And the teacher was like, Sadie, this story is amazing. What inspired you to write about menopause? Speaking of menopause, I turned 50 this year. Thank you, I love it when people clap for me being alive. You know, people are always surprised I don't lie about my age, you know. But you know what, I like being 50. Now, if you tell me I look like I'm 50, I'll fucking fight you. Yeah. Gosh, you know what, I forgot to do something. I was gonna talk a little bit more about my son who's here tonight. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's got his friends with him. His friend here, Sage, never been to the show before. I'm very proud of him for coming. He wanted to hear some stories about Jackson's childhood. Yeah. Don't worry, you guys, you can laugh. He's a good sport, or you can buy him a drink if you feel sorry for him. You know, so in case you guys don't know, these guys do, my son is on one of these super paleo diets, you know, which means, you know, he's no carbs, no seed oils, no fun with food. And my 14-year-old daughter is convinced he has an eating disorder. And she likes to tease him. And we were out to dinner recently, actually at Hillstone over here, and she's like started to tease Jackson. She started singing at the top of her lungs, Jackson has ED, Jackson has ED. And I was like, Sadie, that is ridiculous. That's your father. Oh God. Yeah, and when Jackson was in high school, he has a younger brother who's 3 years younger, and one day I walked in to his room and I overheard him telling his younger brother that he should never go down on a girl. And as a mom and a feminist, I was horrified. So I had to do something about it. So I grabbed him and I sat him down in the living room and I showed him some YouTube videos on how to properly go down on a girl. Yes, I did. Now, they probably shouldn't have been videos of me. But my heart was in the right place. Yeah. So this is a great segue. Now back to menopause. I did turn 50 this year, which has been amazing. But you know what? My hormones have gone crazy, and my doctor actually prescribed testosterone, which, I mean, you guys have really been holding out on us. Testosterone is amazing. I mean, I feel like a teenage boy. I'm moody, I'm breaking out, I'm masturbating in socks. Yeah. But the testosterone also made me lose a lot of weight. And people always think I'm on Ozempic. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. I would never admit that. But you know what? losing weight is great and all until you happen to get a glimpse of your naked butt in the mirror, and then it's a reason to never ever do doggy style again. But you know what? It's not that I don't like my body. I mean, I still feel sexy, I feel good, but it's hard not to compare my body now to what it was like before. And now my butt is kind of like a bouncy house that's been at a kid's birthday party too long. It's sad, deflated, and you know way too many people have played with it. You guys look really scared. That's how I know you're picturing my butt. Yeah, that's how I know. But you know what? There is one thing that does really scare me about getting older. It's old women's hands. The other day, my mom sent me a picture of her hand, and it was so pale and veiny, for a sec I thought it was a dick pic. Yeah. Do you guys like dick pics? Have you gotten any good ones lately?
Lately?
Oh, come on. I know you're... What about you? You can tell me, he won't mind.
I've gotten any dick pics.
From him?
I'm sorry. Slacking.
Oh, you're so... Really? Truly? Oh, I'm so disappointed. I was hoping you were going to show me a good one. You know what? You know, I actually like them. I mean, they don't turn me on, but they do cheer me up. Yeah. And I've seen some really, really creative ones. I've seen dicks photographed next to wine bottles and salad tongs. But by far my favorite was a dick photographed next to a bottle of Lysol. I was like, ooh, big and clean. But you know what? Guys are so ridiculous about their dick pics. They'll send you one and they'll be like, baby, it's just for you. And I'm like, yeah, it's just for me and all my girlfriends, all my gay friends, and that one chatty barista. Yeah, you know, it's going around the world, guys. But you know what? I don't feel like I've been getting enough dick pics, so I'd like to give my number out at shows. It's 8675309. Do you guys know this number? Anybody remember? You guys? I know you guys remember this. I expect you guys to sing with me, to be the loudest. All right? Are you ready? 8675309. 8675309. Now scroll through your dick pics while I drink my wine. 8675309. I don't really think your boyfriend will mind. 8675309. Thank you guys. I love giving that number out at shows because I know if a guy thinks it's my real number, he's young enough for me.